everyone, and welcome to the first of a few, potentially few maybe, Christmas themed baking videos. Today we're going to start off with something really easy, and it is mince pies. Well, it's kind of mince pies, it's kind of a cheat, easy, quick version of mince pies. So A, I don't have mince pie cutters, B, I'm lazy, and C, this is just a really easy way of getting exactly the same flavour as normal mince pies, but without the mince pie shape. So here is what you have to do. First of all, you need a baking tray, which needs to be about this size, and then all you need is either ready-made puff pastry, or you can make your own puff pastry. I would suggest not making your own puff pastry, because if you've ever watched The Great British Bake Off, it looks like the most difficult thing in the world. So just buy it from Sainsbury's or another supermarket, because it lasts for a little while and, you know, it's so much simpler. You also need some mince meat, which again, you can find in any supermarket. Don't know if people make their own mincemeat. If they do, then good for you, because that's a lot of effort, but I buy mine from a supermarket. And then you need to set your oven to 200 degrees Celsius. What I should mention is that if you're using ready-made pastry and you've kept it in the fridge, or you've just bought it from a supermarket, you need to leave it out of the fridge for about 20 minutes before you start to use it, because otherwise it cracks a little bit like this, because I didn't leave it out of the fridge for long enough. And then, and this is how simple this recipe is, open your mincemeat. Oh no, I can't get it. Oh, okay, it's okay. Then with a knife and a spoon, you just need to spoon out some of your mincemeat. Spoon it out kind of like this, in the middle of your sheet of pastry. A little bit more. So I've done here, what's this? Maybe I'm doing five tablespoons maybe? Maybe 5 tablespoons? We'll see if we need any more. And then with your knife, you just need to spread it out across your pastry. There's a lot of fruit in mincemeat. I wonder if it counts as some of your 5 a day. So this is kind of spread evenly across my pastry. So many raisins! I can't actually remember where I first saw this recipe. It may well have been a Gordon Ramsay recipe. But what you need to do is peel off these little sides off the paper. And so this is this lengthways? I think this is lengthways. You then need to just roll very carefully. You want to keep the mincemeat exactly where it is in the pastry, and you just roll it until it's in the middle of the puff pastry. So there we go, there is one side rolled into the middle. Turn it around and then do exactly the same with the other side, so that they come together in the middle. And then once you've got to this stage, you need to get a sharper knife, and you need to just cut off maybe about 1 inch of the end, because the end ones are always a little bit weird. So just cut off the little bookends of this. There we are. Then you need to grease your baking tray. So I just always grab a bit of butter on a piece of kitchen roll, grease it up so that it's ready. You can also just put on a sheet of grease-free paper, but I don't have any of that, so I'm doing the butter version. And then you cut about, is that 1 inch? I don't actually know how big 1 inch is. You cut about this much. Can you see that's like, I think that must be 1 inch. Let's say it's 1 inch. You cut them into about inch size pieces. And so it's going to, when you've cut it, look a bit weird. Or maybe that's just mine. And so you lie them sideways on the baking tray. You don't put them this way up. The way that they are right now, you don't want them that way. You want them to lie on their side so that you can see inside the pastry. Oh, spare raisin. Oh. So there we are. So I've managed to fit 8 on this baking tray. So then these go into the oven for about 12 to 15 minutes, maybe a bit less. Just basically play it by sight I was going to say by ear, but you can't hear when things are cooking, so look in the oven every now and then and just check that they're not burning. The mincemeat will go quite brown on top, but that's okay. So let's put them in the oven. And now, of course, we're going to have a bit of a dance to some Christmas songs. Okay, so I would highly recommend using grease-proof paper if you have it, because when you cook those just straight onto a baking tray, because there's nothing actually holding the mincemeat in underneath, some of the sugar can come out and it just makes it a bit messier than it needs to be. I have since, putting those in the oven, found the drawer with my greaseproof paper, so I have taken them out onto a cooling rack on top of greaseproof paper, just because again that saves a lot of gooey mess. When they come out, some of them can look a bit messy, like this one here, which has gone a little bit haywire. So then all you do, like you would with a normal mince pie, get some icing sugar, either get it in this very cool gadget that my grandpa gave me, which is an icing sugar shaker, or just get a mini sieve, or you know, just be messy, however messy you want to be, and then you just gently sprinkle this over the top, and then suddenly no one can see the imperfections. Ah! But these are just a simple way of doing mince pies. I'm gonna call them mince frog eyes, because that's what they look like to me. Frog eyes. If you enjoyed this recipe, then please subscribe to my channel. I shall be doing a few more Christmas things. Hopefully I will find time and I will do them, and they will come up on here before Christmas, I hope. So if you enjoyed it, then I hope to see you on the next video, and go away and make these. They're tasty. I'm going to eat like 5 of them now. So see you next time. Bye!